I lead communications and branding at Illmi Children's Fund. I have here with me Tovia Moore. Like I always say, she's the golden child of Illmi Children's Fund. Very resourceful. Probably when you meet her, I always feel like when you say small but mighty, it's derogatory. But yeah, she's quite mighty and also not small. Tovia is our gender lead at Illmi Children's Fund, and she also functions as our programs officer. So she'll take one of our sessions in the next few weeks, and we'll have other facilitators all in line to take us through this amazing journey. So probably we'll just start by introducing ourselves. I'll start with Sadia. If you can, you help us turn your camera if it's possible. So just start with Sadia, good morning. Okay, Tovia, over to you. Just take it up from here, Tovia.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Can
Yeah,
you hear
we
me?
can hear you. Yes, we can.
We can barely hear you though. It's quite low.
Okay, what about now? Good morning.
Yeah, it's better
Yeah, it's
now.
much
Just go.
better.
Okay, all right. My name is Sandra Bohari Sanko. I'm from Kaduna State and I reside in Kaduna. I graduated of International Studies from Montpellier University. And then
Oh, no.
currently I work with media assurance as customer service for Kaduna. And then aside my professional work, I'm a volunteer for several organizations mostly interested with menstrual hygiene and disability.
You're welcome, Sadia. So Tovia, you just take it up from here. Thank you very
All
much,
right.
Sadia.
I could barely hear what she said. Sadia, if I got you correctly, you said you're currently based in Abuja. Is that what you said?
Castina. She's from
Okay, no,
Castina State.
but I'm based in
Katsina. Okay. And you currently work with an NGO?
Yeah,
No,
she
I volunteer.
volunteered.
Oh, you volunteer with an NGO. That is wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing. So I'm going to be the moderator for today's engagement. So I'm going to be taking over from Aliu right now. So once again, good morning, everyone, and warm welcome to you all for the ICF Youth Development Lab. My name is Tovia Moore, and I'm delighted to be your moderator for today's session. So before we begin, I want to sincerely appreciate every one of you for making out time to be here. The fact that you're present in today's meeting, out of, I think there are about 21 of you, and just 7 of you are here very early present, tells us that, you believe in growth, you believe in learning, and that you want to be an agent of change. You want to better yourself so that you can be able to effect change within your respective communities. So today's session is way more than just an introduction, okay? It's a journey where young people like yourself will have the opportunity to learn from us, learn from one another, and also to connect. Do not play down the importance of connection in engagements like this. You would meet people here that in the nearest future, they're going to be in positions that you might have once dreamed about. So please pay key attention to your co-participants, connect, network with them, because you don't know where this relationship is going to, lead in the future, okay? End of this session, I hope that we all have a clear understanding of what the Youth Development Lab is all about and what opportunities lies ahead with it and how you can make the most of this experience. So we've heard from the first participant said, yeah, I would go next to Mr. Ahmed. Ahmed, please do us the honor of introducing yourself.
Hi, good morning. This is Ahmed Abdurrahman from Kwara State.
Okay.
I'm actually a student of social work at the University of Illinois.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. Are you currently, do you currently maybe volunteer with any NGO?
Yeah, I volunteer at the hospital, at the Kwara State University Teaching Hospital, in social work
Sorry,
unit.
I didn't quite catch that.
I actually volunteer at this Kwara State University Teaching Hospital. Hello,
I
can
didn't
you hear
quite
me?
catch that. If you
Okay, he
could put
said
that in the chat box.
he volunteers with the Kwara State University Teaching Hospital. I think I once read Ahmed's profile. Quite interesting. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. I don't know why I'm unable to hear everyone very clearly, but that is fine. Thank you so much, Ahmed Rahman, for that. Next we'll be going to Mr. Hillary. Please do us the honors of introducing yourself.
Right, good morning. My name is Hilary. I'm from Imo State, based in Abuja. I currently work as a customer service representative at Geo Logistics, Abuja. I'm 22 years of age and a graduate of health education from the University of Maiduguri. Thank you.
Wonderful, Hillary. Thank you so much. And going next, who are the other people? Let's have Mr. Alamin Yusuf.
Yeah, over to you, Mr. Lamin Yusuf.
Good morning, everyone.
Good
I'm
morning.
Alamin Yusuf, an international relations undergraduate. I'm a foreign policy analyst, a youth advocate, and also the founder of the Nigerian Foreign Policy Observatory. I also volunteer with Amnesty International. I volunteer with the Civic Brief Initiative and other organizations, and I represent some international organizations here in Nigeria, like, for example, the Beyond Borders and all. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Alamin, even though I didn't quite catch all of what you said, but I'm sure Aliyu and other participants heard you clearly. So thank you so much for introducing yourself to us.
Yes,
Next, we're going to
Alamin is the future UN Secretary General, right? I love his photo background. So you're
his
welcome,
background.
Alamin.
Okay, thank you. Next, we'll be moving on to Joy Larry. Would like to hear from you.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Joy. Please go ahead.
Okay, good morning, everyone. My name is Larry Joy, and I'm from Imo State, but I'm based in Abuja. Um, I'm currently serving, and also I am a member of the UNESCO Youth Network Nigeria, and also an adolescent health educator. It's a pleasure to be here.
Joy,
You're
thank you so
welcome.
much for the introduction. You're very much welcome. And I think Ali, you said Rabia said she wouldn't be able to communicate, right? But she could drop her introduction in the
Yes,
chat box. All right. So Rabia, please
yes.
drop your introduction in the chat box. Thank you so much, everyone, for telling us a little bit about yourself. So now we're just going to do exercise. So in the chat box, you're going to be telling us one word that describes what you hope to gain from this youth development lab. Just one word that captures everything that you hope to learn from this youth development word in the chat box, please. So only 3 persons have dropped what they hope to learn. That is, okay, we have 4 persons now. We have words like experience, knowledge, network, experience. Okay, let's keep it coming, guys. Where is Alamin? Alamin, we haven't seen yours. I think more people are just joining us. So if you're just joining, welcome to the Youth Development Lab introduction session. Guys, should we punish those that are coming late? What should be the penalty for coming late? Some people are 12 minutes late. Should we punish them? You can react. You can ask. If you want us to punish them, give us a thumbs up. But if you want us to let them go, you can give us a thumbs down. So should we punish those of them that are just coming in at this time? I'm not seeing it. Okay. Sadia said no. It's just Sadia's one that I'm seeing. You guys don't want us to punish them. We should forgive them. Joy said we should. You guys are nice though. Mm? You guys are very, very nice. Well, I'm going to ask Mr. Aliu. He will have the final say whether we should punish them or we should forgive them for coming late. So I'm just going to be picking at a random. Joy, you said network. In your own words and in your own view, your own perspective, what does network mean to you in this context?
I'm sorry, my network took me out. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes, we can hear you.
Can anyone hear me? Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay, so in my own words, what I meant by network, I believe we have people from various walks of life, like Mr. Alamin, who is going to be the next United Nations Secretary General. It will be a pleasure to get to know him now, so that in the future I could say, oh, I know Mr. Alamin from so yeah, that's what I meant
The
by that.
Okay, that is wonderful. I love how you put it. Joy is already thinking ahead. She's already thinking about how she can tap into the resources that are in this room. I so much believe that the potential we have in this room, we don't know yet of what they carry. So it's very, very good to have that perspective, that mindset, to tap into all these wonderful networks. And next person is Sadia. You said experience. Could you walk us through what you mean by experience as your expectation?
Okay, all right, thank you very much. I've joined different sessions, fellowship and all that, so I've really learned from various people and which through the experience I've learned to implement it and what I'm hoping to do ahead as from the way I already heard from my colleagues here, we all are really growing from one state to another. And I believe from the experience you've heard before, you can put it in line with what you're hoping to do. So, and also from Illmi children, I hope I pronounce it well. I've been seeing that page several times on Instagram. I've been following the stories you guys have really done and worked on. So I believe the experience and what you built, I can really gain from that as well.
Sadia, thank you so much for sharing. I didn't quite catch everything that you said, but then I heard you say you've participated in several fellowships and capacity building trainings like this, and you've drawn from their experience. And you also believe that your co-participants here have a wealth of experience and also that of Illmi Children's Fund that you would like to also draw from. Does that capture what you said? Oh, wonderful, fantastic.
Yes,
Thank you so much. That is very, very rich. Thank you guys so much for sharing. So before we proceed, I would like to reiterate that this is a learning space, and we're not here to, examine you, to probe you, to find out what you know. We'd like to find out what you know, but then it's not in terms of like an examination. All right, we're all trying to learn. Us from Illmi Children's Fund, we're trying to also learn from you while you're also trying to learn from us. So it's a cross-cutting learning experience. So when you have questions, there are no perfect answers, and we encourage you to be curious, be very, very curious, ask questions, participate, and above all, have respect for different perspectives. From your introductions, I could hear some people say, oh, they're coming from Katsina, somebody said from Imo, I heard somebody from Ilorin. So we all come from different geographic locations. And what this means is that we all carry different cultures. We all carry different, trainings and different things into this room. So please try as much as possible to respect one another, because by the time we get into the sessions proper, people will be sharing their experiences and some things are going to shock you. Approach everything with a mindset and a lens of curiosity, and then that would help you to be able to respect people's opinions, to respect people's boundaries. And I would like us to make 3 commitments going forward: to please be present, come early. We would not want to tolerate late coming or being absent, because you all registered for this at your own accord. So you should be able to be disciplined enough to come on time, to be present, to be respectful, and above all, you should be willing to contribute to the learning process. So now that we've gotten to know each other a little better and about why we are here, I'm going to be handing off to Aliu, who is going to be taking the introductory section for today. I'm sure he has introduced himself. He's our lead communications and branding expert right here at Illmi Children's Fund. So he's going to be taking us through the introductory session, okay? Aliu, welcome, over to you. Thank you so much for putting together this wonderful engagement session. We are grateful to have you. So over to you to carry on the presentation. Thank you so much. So guys, if you have any questions, you can drop them in the chat box. Contributions, you can drop them in the chat box as well. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, our golden child at Illmi Children's Fund, Tovia Mo, for taking us through that one session, the gaming and everything. And kudos to us all. I was quite happy hearing from each and every participant talk about change makers. Actually, I hate it when I say participants, so probably I'll just say change makers. And I also excited from Alamin to Joy. Probably before the end of the program, I should know how to speak Igbo. I've always wanted to, always go out to say one name Kedu, and also learn from each person. So you're all welcome. And thank you for choosing Illmi Children's Fund. And we are well excited to be part of your journey. The executive director sent greetings. Then who are we at Illmi Children's Fund? If you go online, you probably would have seen what we do. Like Sadia said, she has followed our story and everything. We truly care about young people. We care about children. We care about their education. We care about gender equality. We care about empowerment, entrepreneurship, and policy advocacy. And we've been doing this for a number of years. We started 12 years ago at Ayae, and at some point we rebranded in 2021 as Illmi Children's Fund. If you go on our website, we are partners to a whole lot of organizations, USAID, UNDP, UNICEF, and a whole lot of others, right? So our thematic areas, they're across, like I mentioned, quality education, entrepreneurship, gender equality and protection. That's where you find Tovia Amor. She's an expert in this space. When it comes to policy advocacy, Abdul Samad, you meet him at some point. These are gurus that they have worked on series of global projects sponsored by UNDP and all that. So I want to promise you. When I make promises, I always try to fulfill them. Is that you are going to enjoy the experience. Next, our impact numbers. Our impact in numbers. Please confirm. Okay, yeah. So we also offer scholarship from basic to tertiary, and we have a few at the tertiary level, but we are more concerned at basic education and all. And for the past 4 years, basically, we've had to do scholarship over 800 to individuals. We recently, or 2 years ago, we started gender clubs, which is concerned about safety in education, in schools and classroom. And currently, we've been able to establish over 44 gender clubs in around 44 schools in Abuja. We're already working to expand it to about 6 to 12 states. And I do hope that some of us at some point will be part of the project. We have a student union of student membership of over 1,000 that have been part of it and everything. And we currently have 6 flagship projects ongoing to this very moment. Please, always let me know when I speak very fast. Sometimes I can be, very fast. Now, I already spoke about, but maybe I'll just this. I think I saw the message. Okay. Please confirm if why is it not changing? Okay, so we have work in their shoes. Work in their shoes focuses more on the scholarship aspect for schools, for kids and everything. Then the cluster learning, we believe in accessible education. Education should be accessible irrespective of where you stay and everything. And that's why we came up with the community cluster learning, whereby we take education empowerment to remote villages. We've concentrated more in the north, about 5 or 6 states, but recently we started to go to the west and also the eastern part of Nigeria. One of our programs, which I believe you definitely get on board with, is Digit Girls. The whole world talks about digitalization and everything, and for Africans, it's we are not yet there, so we are disadvantaged to an extent, and that's why we started Digit Girls project, to catch them very young and take them through the whole process of access to technology, learning skills, and all. ACES, like I mentioned, the school safety aspect focuses on that. And Tam, we look beyond pupils or students. We also care about the individuals that make this information available, and that's why we brought in Tam, which focuses on that. So why we started YDL? At the office, we always just, for short form, just use the acronym YDL. And why now? As an organization, or as Nigerians, basically, if you go through the Bureau of Statistics and everything, you get to understand that we have someone is trying to join. Tovia, can you always admit someone from your end?
No, I don't think I can.
Okay, don't worry. I think I'll just keep. Okay. Yeah. So why YDL and why now? So we, just like I mentioned, if you go to the Bureau of Statistics and all, and if you are those individuals, it takes an individual with an element of faith to still believe that young people have a say in the direction of our country, Nigeria. And what we've noticed as an organization is that we are talented as young people, but just very few of us have access to tools, the right skills and knowledge to, turn talent into impact, to become employable, like the corporate guys who say it has become a slang. Nigerian youth are unemployable and everything, but we don't want it to continue. So we saw the gap in our educational system. Yeah, our educational system, I'm sorry, actually helped us to pass exam. It made us more academic conscious, academic inclined. No disregard to the professors and every individual that have played a key role in who we are become. But somehow, when you get to the corporate space, you just notice that the information we had in our tertiary days is not enough to help us move to the next level. And currently,
Hi guys, please can anyone hear Aliu? Or is it just me?
I can hear him too.
Okay. All right, thank you. I think maybe the internet kicked him out. Let me see. Oh yeah, he's been kicked out. Let's just give him some few minutes to get back on. So do we have any questions from what he has presented so far? Does anyone have any questions? Okay, we have no questions. All right, so while we wait for him, I would like to ask everyone in the house, what is the biggest challenge you think young people face in reaching their goals today? What is the biggest challenge? It could be your own. It can be maybe a challenge that you feel like for yourself, this is the biggest challenge. So what do you think? We can drop our answers in the comments, please. What do you think is the biggest challenge young people face in reaching their goals today? That is the question.
I think if I'm to use a personal experience,
Okay.
I would say some people would say opportunities, access to opportunities, but
Mm-hmm.
also I think it's not just the access to opportunity that's the problem, because they are vast. There are so many opportunities that exist. But I think due to the interactions I've had with people who are either friends or people I've come across who are young people like me, I think most times is should I say self-doubt. They don't believe they can actually apply for things like this and it will actually come through, or they don't believe that this opportunity is meant for them. or they don't believe like if I actually apply, maybe I would not get it. Maybe it's actually I need connections to get this particular opportunity. I don't know if so. It's not just the access to opportunities, because there are various opportunities that exist. But most times, what limits most young people to going after them is that doubt. Maybe I can't do it. Maybe I can't get it. Maybe, let me not just apply for it, because if I apply for it, there are so many people who will be applying for it and I can't get it.
Yes, I absolutely understand your point and where you're coming from. But if you don't mind, I would like to ask, what would you tell a person that, has been applying? Maybe they come across opportunities and they constantly apply and they constantly get rejected. What advice would you give to the person?
Okay, I feel like I will use myself for an example, because that was me last year.
Okay.
I had multiple rejections in my email. It was frustrating. It was like I was slipping into depression, because why is nothing, like everything I'm applying for, why is it not working? But I think I had to learn how to do it right, because initially I was learning you could use AI to do this, you could use AI to do that. But then I found out that most of these applications you make, they have AI checkers. So when you copy and paste from AI and you are expecting it to work, it does not work. So one thing that, I'll use myself for an example. I had to go and learn how to do it right. How do I apply for stuff? How do I pitch myself properly? How do I do this? And aside that, whether you receive rejection or not, keep on submitting. I used to tell people it only takes 1 year. Just 1 year is what you need. It's just 1 year. And if you get that 1 year, everything starts to work out.
Oh, that is really wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing. And if you don't mind, I'm going to ask you to please, could you share with your co-change makers, because I'm sure they would want to know. You said you had to look for how to do it right. You discovered something. So could you share with us how to do it right, so that other people listening to you can also stop using AI to apply for things and also do it right? If you don't mind sharing, that is.
Oh, okay. I think I can share. That one is not really much of a big deal to share. I think what I started doing right was, I had to learn from people who have been doing it right and getting all the right answers. That was one. I had to find them, most likely on LinkedIn. I found them on LinkedIn, a lot of them. They share a lot of tips and all of that. That was my first step. Second step was engaging them in conversation, so I know how they have been doing what they've been doing. And then I've been able to understand that if you are applying for something, there is a problem. There is what you have been doing. There's something that you would like to do to address that problem. And there is how you can utilize the advantage that that organization or that place you are applying to, you can use their platform to address that problem. So you have to state the problem. You have to state, what you've been doing almost in relation to that problem, how you plan to solve that problem, and how you want to leverage on that organization's platform to actually address that problem, and for future insights. So I think
Thank you
that
so
helps.
much for sharing. Yes, that helps. Thank you. So you guys should please clap for her now. She has given us a very strong insider tips on how to apply for opportunities. Thank you so much, Joy, for sharing that wonderful tip. I myself have learned from that. So I'm going to implement what you have said, and I'll come back and tell you if it has worked for me. So the next person we have, Joanna Bassi, said, young people need platforms to grow rather than being denied the opportunity. Getting the information is one, and getting experience is another. All right, Joanna, do you mind explaining this to us? We would like to hear more from you.
Sorry, my network pulled me out. Where did you guys miss? Sorry.
Yes, we discovered that your network pulled you out. So we're just discussing some of the biggest challenges that young people face in reaching their goals today.
Okay, no, where did you guys? Okay, that's where you stopped.
That was what we're discussing before you joined us.
Probably, where did I stop? I'm asking, where did I stop?
You were talking about our project, I think, Tam. That was the last thing I heard.
Are you serious? Wow.
Mm.
And I've been
No,
talking.
YDL. Sorry, we're talking about YDL. Why now? Why now? And why the YDL started?
Oh, wow. Wow.
Are you ready to proceed, or can I hear from Joanna?
No,
She
no,
had
no.
dropped something for me.
Okay. Okay. Just go on with that. But my screen will come up now.
Okay. All right. So, Joanna, please, could you share with us? We would like to hear more from you on what you mean by young people need platforms to grow rather than being denied the opportunity. You can unmute yourself and speak, please.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
We can, but you're breaking. You're breaking, yeah.
But can I still talk?
Go ahead.
Or
Let's
let
see
me
if
just write it down since
we
it's breaking.
can hear you now. I think it's better now. We'd love to hear your lovely voice as well.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Emmanuel Johanna Bassi, and I made mention of something. Young people need platforms to grow. When you go for a big opportunity, when there's opportunities and you apply for it, what you'll be seeing is that they need years of experience, they need people with experience, not just knowing it, but people who have worked with it and know what actually works while doing it. Not everybody have this experience. You might have just recently learned the skill, but you don't have experience to back it up. So for that reason, now you won't be given the opportunity. So that's why I said young people need platforms to grow. Why not give room for those that, okay, you can employ experts in it and still add maybe one or two persons who are still learning to join the team to have experience. But at the end of the day, those persons without experience, those that have idea without experience, they'll be excluded from the list. So this is actually limiting people. So where are they going to get this experience if they're not given the chance to prove themselves? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
Okay. Because getting the information is one and getting experience is another. Getting the information, knowing how to knowing about that particular job is one thing, because you have the idea, you know how to do it. But now getting the experience, have you been doing this? Because if you have done this for a period of years, you must have known the do's and the don'ts. You must have made mistakes and you know what you shouldn't do. You know the path you're supposed to follow. But now, without experience, they won't give you that platform. You are denied the access to get the experience. So how are you going to grow if you don't get this experience? You can't grow.
All right, Joanna. Thank you so much for sharing this. That is very, very insightful, and it can be quite frustrating. Trust me, I feel your pain.
Yeah.
So does anyone want to give an answer to that before I say something? Oh, Aliu said he would like to give an answer to that. So Aliu, please go ahead and respond to her.
Okay, no, I think I saw. Okay, all right. Thank you very much. What's her name? Was it Joy? So I got you.
Now, in
What's
the
her
chat
name?
box, Joanna, she's in the chat box.
Okay, Joanna. All right,
Yes.
thank you, Joanna, for sharing your experience, which is widely the experience of most young Nigerians. And basically, what can we do about it? So it requires individual organizations taking steps. And one thing we also want to help you do is to bridge the gap between that experience and what you have now. So one thing I've noticed that sometimes experiences doesn't necessarily mean you have to been in a job for 5 years. It most times all about having the right pathway, right mentorship, right resources, I've seen cases whereby someone with just 2 years experience will just go to an organization and become the manager, managing or leading individuals who have been there for 5 years. So most times it comes from having the right resources. And one thing I can assure you, like the late president would say, is that the next 6 weeks or 7 weeks, our facilitators will do their best, both online and offline, to ensure you get that experience. I made mention, I don't know if you guys lost me when I spoke about the post graduation, the niche setting and all. I don't know if I was still online when I spoke about that. Probably I'll just, eat on that. But again, I don't want you to give up, right? The locals will say, who give up now in lose. So don't give up. Still stick on what you believe you want to do with your life. And just somehow, you get individuals to help you along the journey. We are here to help you. I made mention of Tovia at the beginning. We have other resourceful individuals from the team now that have joined. I'll talk about them later, and you just need to connect with those people, and we definitely want to help you. But yet again, it's just a Nigerian problem right now, but we can't stick around the problem. We can't keep complaining. That's why we as an organization said, no, we need to do something. And I believe sister organizations out there are also trying their best to, make young people gain access to the right job and also share their voice and their talent to do something great. Sylvia, please.
Yeah, thank you so much, Aliu, for sharing. I'm just going to be adding a little bit to what he has already said. And Joanne, thank you so much for bringing this up. Like I said, it's a pain point of almost all the young people in the country. They are passing through this every day. But then here is also something else that you could do. We have there are some opportunities out there that are specifically targeted at people that have no experience yet. I think they call them internships. So this is something that you could look towards. Look for organizations that are offering internships, apply, and they are usually not seeking for experience. From that, your internship, you can now use that in your CV as a form of experience. Also, the NYSC is also a form of experience. And if you don't come across organizations that are in your field that are open to internships, you could write. This is something that a lot of people are sleeping on. You could write to them through their official emails, asking for you to come and intern with them, and position yourself in such a way that you're coming to learn and you're not seeking for any form of remuneration from them. You're willing to work with them for a period of time for free, just to learn. And these are all experiences that you can package in your CV that nobody else would be able to deny. All right, thank you. So Ali, over to you on your presentation.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah, package is a nice word. I always love to hear everything I package. So thank you very much, Tovia. More kudos to you. And you're welcome once again. Apologies. The Nigerian issue, as always, the network just pulled me out. I was talking about why YDL, with the gap currently that our educational system is too academic focused and really prepares us for the corporate space, the life outside the four walls of the tertiary institution. And also, if you go to some of the list of statistics and all, you see that unemployment, especially for young people, keeps increasing, and which is above 40%. Which and what we found out is not because these young people are not talented, not because they don't have the prerequisite when it comes to certification and all, but sometimes they do lack applicable skills. We also find out that most young leaders lack frameworks to turn passion into structured community action. And also notice, I think I made mention of how mentorship has been a factor, a critical factor in how has come far in life. And for most young people, because of sometimes their location, background, and all, they usually don't have access to such mentorship to guide you. So that's why we came up with the Youth Development Lab to help young people, to sit with young people, rub minds, just like how Joanna shared a concern. And we encourage you all to be vulnerable to us also. Tell us your fears and everything, and we can also find the way around it. So we want to take you through, especially for young people that want to even go into the development space, want to take you through a practical structured learning with real development tools, framework that would enable you to very soon work for the United Nations, UNICEF, and all, just like my friend Alamin Yusuf, who is gradually positioning himself to become a United Nations Secretary General. Also, the YDL is the community of peers who challenge, support, and grow with you all. We'll be sharing resources along the line with you all, and also the facilitators will be there to guide us even after the program. We also we also so there's a capstone project along the line so that you can take what you've learned, you can have a project more like a portfolio to share. And also we are committed to investing in the next generation of young leaders. I mentioned that YDL is also an opportunity for you to learn, you apply, you build, you graduate. So take us all through your 8-week journey, 6 to 8 week journey. Week 1 is that, which is today, which is the orientation phase. The next phase, which is next week Tuesday, next week Saturday, 13th of June, will take you through development practice. Why we actually chose Fridays, sorry, Saturdays, is that we believe Saturdays for most Nigerians, they are basically at home or they have free time. So from 11 a.m. to about 12:45 for the next 5 to 7 weekend, we engage you. And also there'll be resources every Monday or Tuesday that we'll share on the group so that you can go through it and prepare for the next session. So internally, we have a team that will take you on development practice. On the 20th of June, I don't know if you guys got me earlier when I spoke about Dr. Peter, is a management consultant, has been in the space for over 15 years. So he'll be coming with a pool of knowledge, experiences to, take us through leadership, civic responsibility, and all. It's one of the session I look forward to. And I promise you, each session is packed with great individuals to take us through it. We also have another session that focuses on program design, all you need to know about program management, how to go about designing programs within the social impact space. Tovia or Absama, please help me screenshot your 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 phone or gadget. We need this to share on social media. Please just help us, help me out. I can't do that while um, uh, uh, talking. So another session will be on monitoring and evaluation. What is it like within the development stage? How do you monitor the progress of a project? What are the key metrics? So I think the baseline and everything. You get to know the language, and we'll have some another experienced individual take us through that. How to evaluate the project. At one point, do we debrief? At what point do we say this project has met its requirement? You get to learn from an experienced individual. Another session will focus on on advocacy and communication. Uh, is an experienced individual that I've happened to work with at some point. So I very well believe, sometimes I say, this is my mentee, but she has moved beyond mentee to becoming a great person. So she's going to take us. She wants, we once worked together at the NGU SDGS. I led communications and branding there, and she was very instrumental to all the projects we had with UNICEF, ILO, Oxfam in Nigeria, and all. So she's another person you should look forward to. Also, another amazing individual that will be taking us to project management. What you need to know about budgeting, risk management, and all. So it's going to take us. So it's coming from the finance background. So it's going to do well. It's going to do well to take us through uh, uh, this. And also there's graduation. The graduation focuses. So outside the graduation, we will still engage each and every individual. Number one is that we'll focus on uh, meeting each and every individual to understand what specific needs within the development space you want to major in. So we'll take that with each and every individual, and also pair you with the facilitator so that you get the required experience. Nigerians will say, "Who follow who no road." These individuals have been in this journey and will also support you to tell you, "Oh, this is what you need to do." We also work with you in providing job vacancies across the development sectors. There are some websites you need to, platforms that you need to register the development space. Sometimes the recruiters usually go there to, search for the next set of employees. They will take you through that and also help you take you through tips on online rebranding on LinkedIn, how you need to position yourself. And with time, we definitely would have vacancies within our organization. I'll definitely be happy to get some of us on board. So the rules and program culture, Illmi Children's for we believe in excellence, we believe in commitment, we also believe in collaboration, and we are fun-loving people. Even while we care about social impact, you're always allowed to come visit us and feel what the experience looks like within the office. And we're also guided by rules that we believe each and every individual, while being part of this cohort, should adhere to. And the do's and don'ts is what I will share with you. Number one is that you always need to be available. You log in every on time every Saturday, because your presence does matter to the cohort, does matter to the facilitator. If I come online and I just see maybe Linda, and maybe just two persons from the cohort, I probably will be discouraged as an external facilitator. For example, for a facilitator that has over the years maybe trained thousands or hundreds of individuals, and so we want you to be available. Turn on your camera where possible. I know the culture that we still need to build in Nigeria. Most virtual space or training, you rarely find people, turn on their camera. For some of us, there'll also be assignment. We're still working on that. So submit your assignment on time. So because each task build on the next module, we want to be very sure if it's something you can do. We also want to advise that you limit the use of AI in the next few weeks, especially with submitting the assignment. Make errors when it comes to, or make mistakes when it comes to use of words and everything. We want to be very sure that it comes from you and how we can assist you. Also, respect every voice in the virtual room. We believe in a safe environment and also an inclusive space. That's what Illmi Children's Fund has been proud of over the years. Aside so many things that we are proud of. So, inclusive space, one that respects each views of every individual. I may mention earlier that there's no right or wrong question, neither there's right or wrong answer. So be free to, share your views. Maybe it sounds foolish, but it also doesn't sound foolish, because at the end of the day, we are all into this together, learning together, collaborating together, and excelling together. Now they don't. No side distraction. I must commend us all. This is probably one of the very best virtual facilitation I'm engaged in, that we won't have any individual turn on their on mute and you start hearing, Michael, go and get me water. Michael, no, but so kudos to you guys. It shows that we understand what it looks like to be a responsible and respected individual. No late submission without prior notice to the facilitator. should there be any assignment, we also talk to the facilitators to make the assignment an easy one, whereby you can collaborate with your colleagues and get it done. Again, no disrespectful language or dismissive behavior towards your peers online. Also, don't share other participant story or screenshot. Yeah, you can share everything we do here, like the screenshot and everything, but don't go on, which we definitely encourage after this session. Oh, I had the privilege. Go out there to tell people, especially on LinkedIn, right? LinkedIn, Instagram has been a place I've enjoyed over there. Although this year I've had to step back because of my commitment to learning and other stuff, right? But LinkedIn is a place I've enjoyed. I've had opportunity to, get series of opportunities, meet individuals, collaborate with them. I probably wouldn't have gotten that if I had not come there. So go online, tell people, share your journey. Don't be ashamed. Share your journey also. Don't miss more than 2 sessions. It affects your graduation eligibility. For every individual that has joined, we have a system that is tracking your presence right now. I know for some individuals, like, let me just join for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, I'll pull out. Our system will also track that. So don't focus within the development space. The next would be, what do we expect? I made mention, what do you need to expect? Applied assignment, virtual section, I spoke about them. Facilitated discussion and peer learning. You have the opportunity to uh, talk to your facilitators. We also share their contact and everything. Probably after now, you're allowed to introduce yourself properly on the WhatsApp group, drop your social media account. We'll definitely follow each and every one of you, and I expect every individual to do so. Joy made mention of she looks forward to a networking opportunity within the cohort. So there's graduation, recognition, and all. So what you walk away with, there's the development toolkit. At the end of the day, the series of resources would have helped you to understand what it looks like to do grant writing. Abdul Samad Isa as our programs and policy lead at Illmi Children's Fund. He does a great job when it comes to policy development and everything. So at some point, he's going to take us through what is grant writing. How do you get a grant of $50,000, $100,000, and more? So it's going to take us through that. Advocacy and communication. At the end of the day, storytelling matters. How you craft your advocacy message, and no, there's so much around decolonizing communication now. How do you come out not to make Africa feel like they're always at the receiving end? So you get to know more about that. For some of us that are interested in going to the communication advocacy space, this facilitation or session will take you through that. The project, there's ICF certificate, the lifelong network. We keep in touch throughout this journey, and at each point, you are so free to reach out to us for recommendation letter and all. Those I mentioned earlier will also help you work on your resume. Sometimes what most of us lack is how we project our resume. Sometimes we project our resume to be one that is of a newbie, a learner, which is quite nice, but there are also a series of ways that you can project yourself as an expert, and will help you do that with your CV. Or there's a career and community edge. We believe in the next 7 years, next 7 weeks, sorry, I'm already looking at what the next 7 years will look like. I'm very certain next 7 years, for some of us that will see catch up later in life, it will be a great journey. We'll be at aim of ourselves within both the development and the corporate space. What comes after? Yes, you collaborate with us, a series of projects. We have some projects around the north. We're trying to move towards the south and west. For some of us that I think Sadia mentioned that she stays in Castina. So I think we have one of our reps there and everything. So you get to help us work on some of the projects across those states. You volunteer for some of us in Abuja. You can always come around. We are definitely the last slide focuses on our address and everything. Any questions? Someone? Okay, she stays Castina, but she stays in Kaduna. Okay, thank you very much. Then, so the doors open. What this does for you at the end of it is that you get the skills, the tools, the framework needed to work within the NGO and development space. I somewhat believe that some of us will later work for the big five or the big four at the end of the day. International opportunities, what to do and all. Then policy and governance for some of us that want to go into policy and governance. I've been interested in corporate governance lately. So I think at some point we get to rapport. I made mention of policy, the policy guru Abdul Samad Isa, and our alumni network. You get to join us. And finally, I always tell people that you are exactly where you need to be. It's one of my favorite quotes. Sometimes as young Nigerians, there is always this feeling that you are missing out. But sometimes, but I always want people to understand, as well for us here, that you are not missing out. This is one of the best places to finally grow. Somehow, nature found a way to connect Illmi Children's Fund and you guys, and I want to encourage you for the next 6 weeks, Saturdays, and even the resources that will be shared Mondays and Tuesdays. Take your time. There'll be short resources, website that will help you scrape that, YouTube videos that you can watch 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Just take your time to watch. Don't worry, at the end of the program, I made mention of stipend. I don't know how much. My finance boss will, talk about that throughout the journey. But we're not giving you the stipend is not coming as a means to motivate you to stay through the but the resources, the information you get here will be a valuable one that will serve you for a lifetime within the development space. So thank you very much. I'll open the floor. So you are always free to. I thought I dropped our address on this. Okay, I didn't drop it. I'll drop it on the group. So Mondays and Wednesdays, we're always at the office. You can always come around to see what it looks like for some of us that are less busy. We'll be willing to engage you and talk to you in Abuja. We're just at the capital of along the Wuse Mabushi Express. I'll drop the address and all. We'll also drop our website details. And for some of us, we'll also connect with you guys. So thank you very much. That brings me to the end of the session. I open the floor for question, concern, and we'll just take it up from there. And just before we do that, I want to introduce some of my colleagues that joined in lately. We have Abu Samad Isa. I made mention of you earlier when it comes to, I think I've never seen anyone that cares so much about policy advocacy development. He's a guru, also it's someone you meet at some point. So he's going, he leads policy at Illmi Children's Fund. I have Anissa Yakub. She supports programs. She's another public health enthusiast and guru. She's a public health expert. You get to meet her at some point. I have Linda Ezemba. Right? When Ezemba, sorry. For every organization, there's this department that without them, you wouldn't have a pool of young, talented individuals. And that, she leads human resources, talent acquisition at Illmi Children's Fund. And over the years, she has really done a great job. Illmi Children's Fund is where you come to and you are inspired and challenged with the group of individuals you have there. And she's the brain, the secret sauce behind the collection of talented individuals. I introduced Tovia Moore earlier as the golden child of Illmi Children's Fund. She cares so much about gender equality, gender advocacy, and programs management. So in due time, you get to meet some of them because some of them will take you to some extra sessions even after the cohort, and you also get to connect with them on LinkedIn. So I open the floor now. Confidence was there earlier, but I think she dropped out. So you get to meet some of them. So I open the floor for questions, concern, and not. So over to you, our change makers.
Good. Thank you so much, sir, for everything you said. I think everything has been so explanatory. And also, I just have a question. Please, sir, will the sessions be, recorded? Do we get the recordings of each sessions that will be held?
Yes, we'll definitely do that. We'll have it on our YouTube account by Monday of every week. Like this, our orientation by Monday, it will be on our YouTube account. Also share our YouTube channel, so you can always take your time. As well for the monitoring and evaluation, programs management. These are sections that you need to also reward because there are a lot of frameworks to talk about. Sometimes I get tired working with the programs and MIE guys. There's so much baseline stuff. So you get to learn the lingua anyway. Yes, so of course you have it on our YouTube account for for you to watch and get more experience on it.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, Madam Joy.
All right, thank you so much, Aliu, for that wonderful presentation. It was quite insightful, and I'm sure that our fellow change makers can attest to that. Thank you so much for that. So as we proceed, we're just about rounding up. Do we have any more questions from anyone? No more questions. All right, I would like to believe that we all understood what was presented to us. And if after today's session, maybe you have a question that you were not able to ask or something comes to your mind, please feel free to use the WhatsApp platform to ask your questions. You can reach out to Aliu directly also on the WhatsApp platform, or you could drop your message generally on the group, and either we respond or maybe one of your fellow change makers might also have something nice to contribute to you. Remember, we said no question is minimal, no response is minimal as well. So please feel free to always contribute to this program. And as we conclude today's introductory session, I encourage every one of you to remain curious, just as I had stated at the beginning, stay engaged and take full advantage of every opportunity that this Youth Development Lab has to offer you. Growth does not happen by chance. It only happens when preparation meets opportunity. Thank you so much for your active participation today. And on behalf of Illmi Children's Fund, we are excited to have you on this journey, and we look forward to seeing the impact that you will create. So I'm taking note of the people that are participating because Aliu said there's going to be certificates at the end of the day, and there's going to be recognitions. I'm also going to have my own as the moderator. So at the end of each session, I'm going to be joining you. I'm going to be taking note of the people that are participating, people that are contributing, people that are learning. So please do well to participate. I have my own special prize that I'm going to be giving to maybe one or two persons that stand out for me. Okay, so do have a wonderful Saturday, and see you all next weekend. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Mom.
You're welcome. Isa said he's not been added to the WhatsApp channel. Please send us your number via the email thread. Thank you.
Thank you, ma. Have a nice day, ma.
Thank you. You too. Have
Bye,
a wonderful
Cohort.
day. Bye.
So please don't forget to introduce yourself on the group. Drop your social media link. We'll definitely follow you and connect.
Yes, please. That is very, very important. Bye, guys.
Bye, Mom. Bye, Sam.
All right, bye.